Welcome to Reykjavík. We're going to be filming most of this indoors because it is absolutely brass monkeys outside and it's minus 20 at the minute in the wind. We've come for the weekend hoping to see the Northern Lights. We're going to do a bit of sightseeing and then also try a few local brews. Iceland sits on the North American plate, so it's part of Europe, but it's really quite west. It's been a fabulous little town. We're in a place called Lemmy. Some black outside just asking, Lemmy 50p, Lemmy 50p, named after the rocker. And we've got a pint of Einstock toasted porter, 6%. Cheers. Lovely, toasty, roasty caramel. Really nice start to the holiday. It's very expensive here in Iceland, as we'll see as we go on. But for a starter, Lemmy bar, very cool. Welcome to Reykjavík. Welcome to Einstock. So I suppose if from the UK, this is probably one of the brands you recognise. I've seen their white ale and their Atlantic pale ale in the supermarket. You might recognise the Viking on the top. Interestingly, beer was banned in Iceland for like over 70 years. It only became legal again in 1989. And Einstock are one of the ones who sort of led the charge from craft beer-wise to get it back on the map, concentrating on the glacier water that they could brew with. This isn't one of their widely known ones. This is a wee heavy. This is an 8% Scotch ale. Really smells of caramel, really thick malt. Let's give this a go. Skål. It's lovely and thick, really syrupy. A wee heavy is a bit of a classic, so like a traditional ale. So there's not a lot of hops in Scotland because of the weather, so they really concentrate on the malt. So there's lots and lots of malt in it, and rather than adding hops to flavour it at the end, they like reduce down the wort to get it to like a really thick syrupy brew. I think this is exactly the same as what they've done here. Oh, it's lovely, 8%. Really nice, thick, syrupy beer, and when it's absolutely freezing outside, lovely. I was quite tempted to, they do like a paddle here, but rather than a paddle of samples, it's on a great big massive Icelandic axe, like a Viking axe. Might give one of those a go in a minute. Welcome to Session Craft Beer. This sits up along the main shopping street, just one story up, and it's catching the sun, and it's rather nice. And a bit different to last, this is you have a lot of happy hours in Reykjavík, and it makes a big difference to the price of the pint. So it's happy hour here. We've got a session by Malbygg, and because it's happy hour between 2 and 7 o'clock, this is about £5. It's about 1,000 krona, so just above. So compared to Kaldi, where we've just been, it's half the price for the 2 beers. Malbygg's another Reykjavík-based brewery. Get a lot of them popping up, so let's give it a try. 4.5% session IPA, all-day drinker. Skål. Oh, that's lovely. There's loads of mango, like an orange citrus to it, and it's really nice, smooth beer, really refreshing. Be lovely on a hot day. You can smell the orange actually on the nose of it. And for £5, that's an absolute bargain. We're the only ones in here, even though it's quite early. But the football's on, but it looks lovely. Fridge full of stuff, great selection. Got some Danish beers from McKenna as well. It's a verified venue on Untapped, so well worth popping in, especially for the 5 hours of happy hour that you get. Let's go. Welcome to the Lebowski, proper themed on the film. So you've never seen it, it's quite niche, but well worth going out your time to watch it. It's a little bit ramshackle on the inside, but there's a rug over the far side that really brings the room together. But anyway, got a pint of Borg. This is Ulfur. It's referred to as number 3, so I'm assuming it's the Borg. It's 3 of 9 beers, hopefully anyway, but let's give this a try. Cheers. Loads of grapefruit. It's an American style IPA at 5.9%, so that's probably expected. You can smell it slightly, but it's really massive grapefruit pithy hit when you sip it. That's good beer. Happy hour price, 1,000 krona. So what's that? About £5.5. So pretty decent for central Reykjavík. There's loads of sport going on, so they've got all the Premier League on all the screens. Everyone's tucking into burgers. There's a little bowling alley, Lebowski theme, and they do 24 different types of White Russian, which are proper approval, really decent. Cracking bar. And on to the next one. Cheers. To Kaldi bar, which is it's a brewery on Iceland, and this is its brew pub, and we've got Schwarz beer, 5%. Smells quite roasty coffee for a black lager. Let's give it a go. We've been sightseeing, we've been up the top of the church. Man, that was cold up there. Minus 20 down by the port up there. I think we lasted about 5 minutes. The site paid about 15 quid. I think for the 2 drinks here it was 3,650 krona, which is about 23 quid. So pricey, but let's give it a go. Cheers. It's quite clothing. That's almost like a Coca-Cola. It's a smooth, sweet taste. No, rather than a bitter sort of lagery finish, you get like a syrupy, slight bit of coffee to it. It's quite pleasant. I'll sit back and enjoy that and then head out into the cold and find somewhere else, but very, very chilled out spot just by the main church off the main shopping street in Reykjavík. It's quiet because it's like very early in the day, but cheers. To Sky Lagoon. So Icelanders get their kicks from having beers in warm geothermal baths, and they're paid $40 million, I think that's 35 million quid to man-made this, and it's all heated by the Earth's core. It is lovely, and they've got a bar and a pint of Gull, which seems to be the national lager, which I never review, but it is about 40 degrees in here, so this actually might be quite refreshing. So, let's go. It's almost like being on holiday on the beach. And I've had a couple of those in town, but this tastes miles better when you're nice and warm. It's got that refreshing hit to it. Nice bit of cereal, nice bit of barley. For 4%, even though it's about a tenner, because it's all branded beers. It's quite nice. I can fully recommend the 7-step ritual, which seems to involve being warm, then being cold, then being warm, then being cold. Again, but the sauna with the picture view over the bay was amazing. Expensive little treat, but well worth it. Cheers.